What's up, guys? Welcome to Sunday night's late night agenda. How are we all feeling out there? Welcome to the Anfield Agenda YouTube channel. I'm your host, Craig. A very tired host, Craig, but you know what? I'm going to battle through. How are we all doing? Boy, it is in May. May. How are you? How are you indeed, my friend? How did you feel after that game today? All the way up to Wembley for the Spurs game. I hope you got back safe and sound. It looks like you did, mate. But it was a good game. I was shocked to see Vardy on the bench, but I'll get your take on that in a few minutes. We will, of course, have a little chat around the annihilation of Chelsea by Manchester City. I mean, sucks to be Chelsea right now. And we'll talk about Liverpool related stuff as well. But this is your show, guys. Let me know what you want to talk about. If Craig has an afro tomorrow, we know where Mo's beard went. I wish, man. I'd love that. I'd love a big head of hair like that. It's mad how Spurs keep winning games when they play average. It pisses me off. Do you know what? Just show respect. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way to you, but buddy, I mean, like, just, you know, they've done a fair play. Don't be a hater. Just let them grind it out. Score predictions for the United game. Way too early for that. Way too early. My goodness, we've got 10 days off now, and then we've got Bayern Munich. We've got loads of time to go through that United game. I'm sure we'll do team selections, we'll do score predictions, we'll do all of that stuff many times over, and many times over more. Let me just get this chat down a little bit more so I can see some more comments. How's everybody feeling out there? Have we had a nice weekend? Liverpool obviously went out and put in a great performance against Bournemouth. Manchester City went and matched it today. Credit where it's due. Craig's always late, but it's never my fault, Kirby. That's the thing. It's never my fault. I'm always on time, me. He says, yeah, no, it was my fault tonight. Look, busy day. Henderson is better than Jorginho. He is. Now, let's be fair about this. Jorginho is an absolute fraud. He really is a fucking fraud. If people talk about Henderson passing the ball sideways and backwards, Jorginho is the master of that. He's done nothing. Absolutely nothing this season. And there has been nothing but a love-in for him since day one. Whereas poor Jordan Henderson, he's not the most exciting footballer in the Premier League, but he does a damn fine job and he gets nothing but abuse. So, good shout that. Good shout, Dawood. If Salah shaving his beard, it's going to be like when Torres shaved his hair and started playing shit. Nah, see, that's the easy dickhead answer to go with. And that's part of what we're talking about tonight. The meltdown has already started on social media. Every single person is and I'm not calling you a dickhead, by the way, NJ. I'm saying that's the dickhead type of answer. Let's start with Mo Salah's hair. That's the subject everybody wants to talk about tonight. Or his beard, his hair. It's the same difference. Some of the responses on social media have been absolutely hilarious. There was one particular one that I'd seen saying, oh, that's it, he's jinxed us now. We're not winning jack shit because Salah shaved his beard. One from a Manchester City fan. You can always trust Chelsea or Manchester City fans to go to the lowest of the low because they are just dickheads. An ACL injury incoming for Salah because he shaved his beard. I mean, that's the level of shit that you deal with on social media, and that's why a lot of people are getting off Twitter, and that's why a lot of people are running away from social media, because it's been overrun by little arseholes who haven't got a decent bone in their body. But yeah, Mo Salah's beard being shaved off, my God, isn't he a handsome fella? He really is. Takes you back to the days of his wedding. I'm sure most of you guys have seen his picture of his wedding. He was one suave dude, absolutely looking $1,000,000, and that beard shaved off makes him look brilliant. Almost as good as this Irishman with growing a bit of hair. Look at the hair. Look at it. It's coming along nicely, folks, as is our Premier League challenge. Boya, good evening to you, buddy. Craig was supposed to be on 5 minutes earlier. He obviously bottled it. Can't stand the pressure. That's it. Bottlers. Nothing but a bottler. I wasn't bottling it. I was more choking, Brian. And then I was trying to figure out, was I a fraud at the same time? Man City has no fans. Yeah, true. Did you not look at the stadium today? Loads of seats everywhere. One of the biggest games of the season. A tremendous performance from Manchester City. Put Chelsea to the sword, and there was empty seats everywhere. They're an absolute shambles. Man U fan but subbed. Welcome, Gary. Welcome to the channel, buddy. How are you feeling? You must be over the moon with things at the minute under Mr. Solskjaer. Gone pretty well for you guys. I'm looking forward to the game at Old Trafford soon. As soon as Torres got rid of his bar and he started playing really bad, the beard might have powers. I hope not, mate. NJ, I hope not, buddy. I really do. If I can't grow a beard to make up for it even, but you know what? I think it's an aerodynamic move there for Mo Salah. He just wants to get that little bit, half a second extra. Whatever Mo does is brilliant because he's just one hell of a fantastic individual. It's like Rapunzel, where the hair is cut all his magic is lost. That's Samson, pal. Rapunzel's the one that, you know, climbed up the Princess Tower or something, whatever it was. Samson is the fella with all the strength that when his hair was cut, he lost it all. There we go. Manchester City sucks. trolls said Liverpool signings. I mean, you should see some of the comments from today. It's brilliant. I knew that they'd come out in force once the game was over, all these little trolls, because it's easy to be Billy Big Bollocks when the game is over and you've got nobody to call you out for your shit. So it's easy to go on social media or on here and put trolling comments in. And I had a good little laugh reading them earlier on. I do like to correct people as well when they're being silly. Man City's a small club with big money, which is a very well put. Somebody called them a jumped up Wigan Athletic earlier on, which I thought was a damn fine comment. Who will replace VVD against Bayern? Lovren. It has to be Lovren. Some people, well, I say it has to be. It could be Fabinho. I would go with Lovren and Matip personally and have Fabinho sitting in front of them. Gini is the best player all season, Craig. I'm saying it months. You're not the only one, Anto. A few of us have been bigging him up, and you're right. He's been unbelievable this season. Keeps upping his level game after game, and you notice him when he wasn't there. Nobody's talking about the empty head, Craig. They're all sucking peps. See what I did there about the result? Look, we can do this a couple of ways. We can be arrogant little arseholes, or we can take the high road and, you know, say well done to them. It was a great performance today, and credit where it's due. In front of loads of empty seats, they absolutely played Chelsea off the park and destroyed them. There's no two ways about that. Aguero, fair play to him. His first goal in particular was an absolute beauty, top bins. Missed one from 2 yards out a few minutes earlier. That would affect a couple of people, but you know what, credit where it's due. Manchester City went out there and showed what a mockery Chelsea is, and that beating, that hiding, that kicking couldn't have happened to a nicer set of fan base. Oh, I'm glad Manchester City didn't just go out and beat them. I'm glad they fucking slaughtered Chelsea, because let's be honest, we all hate Chelsea. As much as we don't want Manchester City to go on and win the league, and as much as we have to keep an eye on the goal difference, I understand all of that. But let's be honest, we all don't like Chelsea. Every single one of us don't like Chelsea or their little plastic fans. Tell the truth. Come on, be honest, tell the truth. All City's fans are Manchester United fans, or they're also Chelsea fans from a few years ago. That's the other train of thought, thank the killer, that they just swapped over their jerseys. They went for a lighter shade of blue and pretended that they'd always heard of Manchester City and supported them their entire life. We're going to smash United, said Jaden. Smash them. I'm having that, pal. Smash them. Be lovely to go there and get the points, though, in all honesty, wouldn't it? Be nice. Oh my god, I'm not even going to read that trolling comment out there. Somebody deleted it for me, but Jesus Christ, you were scraping the barrel, pal. GD Appreciation Society in the house, said Claire. What a freaking season for that beautiful smiley man. He is one hell of a beautiful man, isn't he? I mean, when Genie smiles, I'm not going to lie, even I think about which way I'm going, Claire. He's that good looking. Every year is our year. That's it, Crispin. It is. Good man. Every year is Liverpool's year, and it's going to keep being Liverpool's year, pal. And don't you worry about that one bit. We'll be here for you when it all goes to shit for you, Crispin. We'll promise you can come on. Your friends from Anfield Agenda will be here to give you a big hug and let you know that everything's going to be alright, pal. We're here for you. We love you. We always will. Mwah. Hugs and kisses, baby. The Etihad was full, Craig. I don't know what fucking match you were watching. I don't know what fucking game you were watching, Harry. Because the Etihad was not full. Not full one bit, mate. I'm not saying it was half empty, but to call it full is an embarrassment, pal. Look at it again. Have a look at the pockets of empty seats around the stadium. And I'm not talking about the ones dividing the two sets of fans or whatever. Yeah. Oh, I get you, Harry. Sorry, I didn't read the rest of your comment, buddy. Again, this is why I have to keep reading them. Harry Carling. Yes, they were all just dressed up as blue chairs. There you go, pal. Sorry. You're right. They disguised themselves well, but this is why I should read all the comments, Harry, and I apologise. No, dickhead, this year is our year. Not next year, this year. The one that we're going to win the league in this year, pal. I promise you, Crispin, it's this year. Hang on, Crispin. Hang on. You know, your ma is calling you. I can hear her. She's calling you, mate. It's time to go to bed. She's saying something about, do you want your story? Yeah. And have you got your favourite PJs? So you just go and take care of yourself there, mate. You know, 4th class is tough, mate. So enjoy school tomorrow. Remember, no chocolate because it's not Tree Friday. So you're not allowed to bring in any chocolate on Monday. So have a good lunch, be a good boy, do what your mammy tells you and go get yourself some rest, pal. And don't forget, we're here. We love you. Musa, I'm a United fan. Welcome. Musa, welcome to the chat, pal. Always a pleasure to have anybody new in. Doesn't matter what club you support, pal. We welcome you on here. Love to hear your thoughts on the season. Hope to God you're going to smash Manchester City when you play them. Of course we don't want you to smash us, mate. That's not going to happen. We'll come to some type of an agreement there, won't we? Well, as long as you can get fourth place, we'll take the league. Fuck Manchester City, we're all sound. Chelsea need a new manager and a new board and a new set of players and a new stadium. They need a lot, mate. They need an absolute lot. Manchester City going to be really confident. Wish they only beat them 1-0. Look, Manchester City, confidence is not something that team suffer from, or lack of confidence is not something that they suffer from, to be fair. Chelsea and City are the worst plastic clubs in the league, said Bio. Mate, no argument for me. No argument. It was El Plastico for a reason today. But look, one team showed up and one team proved that they haven't got the cojones for it. I'll tell you what though, the big winner today, the big winner apart from obviously Manchester City, were United, because yes, they get to keep their spot in fourth place, but that has dented Chelsea's confidence massively. If you're a Man United fan looking at that today, you're thinking, oh, we are sweet. Apart from the fact you're accepting that you're going to lose against Liverpool when we show up at Old Trafford, you're putting that aside and you're thinking, we're in a good place here. Craig, do you know about Goldbridge using a fake name? I don't think that's true. And if it is true, to be fair, Mark, if his name isn't Mark Goldbridge, then that's no business of mine whatsoever. I've heard people say this, that or the other. But look, whatever his name is or is not is none of my concern. All I can say is that he's been a gent to me. He's been a gent to this channel. I've nothing else to say on it, buddy. I mean, sometimes you and I know you're not having a dig here, Mark. I know you're not, pal. Sometimes you just got to draw a line and say that just shit isn't our business. And people use fake names or stage names, if you want to call it that, all the time. So if that's up to him, then, you know, best of luck to him. He was up at True Geordie today, didn't watch along in the game as far as I'm aware, so I hope that went well for him. I'm sure it did. I mean, I'm sure the two of them knocked it out of the park. What did you think of the Tottenham game? It was... They grounded out, Gary. What can I say? As somebody said earlier on, you've got to give them a bit of credit. They're doing it week after week after week. No Dele Alli, no Harry Kane. Heung-min Son or Hyung-sung-min, I can never remember which way that's actually pronounced. He's stood up. He's been brilliant. I still don't think that they're going to be quite there at the end, but you've got to give them massive credit. They're not letting that get to them. They're grinding it out. And I'm not a hater on here. I'm happy to give all clubs credit when they deserve it. I'm also happy to tear clubs to shred, bit by bit by bit. But Spurs did it yet again. Another win for them. They're keeping in touch. No hate here for me. I'd rather fucking Spurs won the league than Manchester City. Obviously, we're winning it, but you know where I'm coming from. Craig, you're funny, said Adrian. Thank you very much, pal. And welcome in. No Chelsea fans allowed in here. They are. And there are actually a couple of nice ones that come in from time to time. And City won the Champions League after turning off the PS4. There you go. Great show. I'm a Manchester United fan. Absolutely love the stuff that you say. Thank you very much, Musa. We actually do have quite a few United fans that come in. Ever since I went on the United stand before the last game against United, we got a few over, which was really nice, and they've been really kind to us. And look, there is obviously going to be banter back and forth. We don't like Manchester United. Manchester United don't like us. But first and foremost, we're all fans of the beautiful game. And at times you can put that aside, and sometimes we have combined hate towards other teams as well. But yeah, there you go. Thank you for coming in, mate. I do appreciate you joining in the chat. I'd love to know your thoughts on the season. Tank the Killer said Mark Goldbridge is so fun. He's very quick-witted. He knows what he's doing. He's excellent at triggering other fans as well. So yeah, he definitely is fun. And he's doing well for himself, and he deserves it, and I wouldn't begrudge him a single subscriber, a single pound that he earns. He's earned every feckin' one of them, and every bit of it with hard work and graft. Whatever you think of the man, he works his ass off. He's constant, he's always there. Same as the guys on Redman TV, same as the guys on the Anfield Rap, same as all the other guys that run all these big accounts. They don't get to where they are without being good at something or without knowing something. Fingers crossed though, we can hit 10k, which is our little target. We're only a small fish in a big pond, but look, if you're enjoying the stream, guys, please take a minute to hit that subscribe button. If we could maybe even try and hit 8.5 on this stream, 60 subscribers to go, that would be absolutely sound. His name is not Mark. Mark Goldbridge is a stage name. Again, completely his own business. City gonna win every game. Yeah, they really aren't. It's not a hope that they're winning every game. So they dropped 12 points in the last 10. There's no way they're going to go and win 12 in a row. I mean, come on, be fair. Or is it 11 in a row? Whatever they've got left to play now, they're not going to go and win them all. Not a hope. Nor are we. I'm not saying Liverpool will do it either. A couple of people have been talking in the media, ladies and gentlemen. Robbie Fowler wrote a piece today for the Mirror. I think it was today, but he wrote a piece for the Mirror anyway. And he was talking about the Reds fans, or the Reds, being labelled as frauds and bottlers. So he said Liverpool have lost one game all season, and yet a couple of draws are now seen as evidence they don't have the stomach for a title fight. I have to confess, I've never known a title race generate so much hysteria so far from the end of the season. It's mad. All this talk of bottling and pressure and even frauds. Yes, frauds. Just insane. Variously in the last few weeks, Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola, Mauricio Pochettino have all been called frauds for getting their teams on merit into the best title race in living memory. I can't even tell you what it's like. In my memory, fans never really seriously started getting nervous or completely interested in the race until Easter. Only then, when you were still involved, did you believe your team was a genuine contender. Perhaps it's something to do with social media, the fact that wild, extreme opinions, which to be considered just that, now find support and volume and make it louder. I've noticed how people like myself offering any suggestions of an opinion, praising a particular team, is inevitably taken as an insult to the rival team and a cue for appalling personal abuse, which does fucking happen a lot, to be fair. I'm going to carry on because he wrote a few more bits and pieces, or he spoke a little bit more. He said, well, let me offer praise for a team and brace myself for the inevitable response. This Manchester City squad is quite possibly the best I've ever seen in English football in terms of depth and quality. Better than Manchester United in '99, better than Arsenal squad of 2003, 2004. Definitely there's a case to be made. They could be the best team of all time. After the 100 points of last season, they could still get to 98 this season. Yet Liverpool have matched them stride for stride. They tore Bournemouth apart yesterday, knowing the victory will put them back on top of the table. To me, that's not bottling it. That's shown immense quality and courage to take the fight to an unbelievable side and keeping it going for so long. I think every single word that Robbie Fowler wrote or spoke there is spot on. Manchester City are a fantastic side. They do deserve immense credit. But at the same time, Liverpool are not bottlers, and they've not shown this season that they look like bottlers. They look like they're there for the fight. As Robbie said, they look like they've got the stomach for the fight. And well done to Robbie Fowler for speaking up. I love it. I love when people actually come out and have the balls to say something in social media or in the media, because I'm fed up of all this niceties or people talking shite and nobody calling them out on it. Good man Robbie Fowler, good man John Barnes. I've seen him do it as well during the media. And from, if you're on a Manchester City side or whatever else, good to anybody on that side calling it out. Because this is a title race, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you think anything otherwise. Both teams have the stomach for the fight. Both teams playing immense football. Both teams are filled with absolutely brilliant players and two great managers. May the best team win. I fully believe it's Liverpool. I'm sure the 3 or 4 Manchester City fans in the world feel it's going to be Manchester City as well. May the best team win. What else can you say? May the best team win. It's going to be us now. But may the best team win. But it will be us. Right, what else have we got? Aguero is good, but can he score 44 goals in a season? Look, as you've rightly said, Prez, Sergio Aguero is a stunning centre forward. Nobody can say anything that. Now we can talk about the fact that there's no way on earth Bobby Firmino would have missed that open goal. In fact, he would have scored it whilst looking away, probably winking at somebody in the crowd as well. But look, we'll park that to one side. Sergio did go on to get a hat-trick, in all fairness to him. I didn't even have to handball in the third one this time. He got it all correctly. The first goal was a beaut. I have an absolute beaut. Right into the top corner. Alisson would have saved it now, but you know, he was only up against Kepa. He might be the world record goalkeeper, but he's a complete fucking fraud. But that doesn't matter. We'll park that aside as well. No hate here whatsoever. Sergio Aguero he's quality. You have to say. He is quality. It's just a shame that he's injury prone, but he is quality. He's not Mo Salah though. He was on True Geordie today, pal. He admitted it, and not having a dig. It's completely his own name. I didn't realise he said it, Mark. Well, then there you go. If he said it, there's no argument, is there? And that's his own business. I can guarantee you my name is Craig, though. Absolutely my name is Craig. I told you guys from day one, I'm an open book on here. I've got nothing to hide. I'm not that interesting either, frankly, so I've no secrets in my closet. The only thing I'm trying to prove here is that I actually am bald. As you can see, I'm trying to grow a bit of hair on the top here, just to prove to myself, because I didn't know. It's been so long since I've had a shaved head. This bald ass head of mine has been shaved since, I don't know, as long as I can remember. So I'm trying to grow it and see if I do actually still have some hair left. And it's looking good. It's looking like there's a bit on top anyway. It mightn't be as thick as it once was, but there you go. Goldbridge has a full head of fucking hair though, doesn't he? Cheek of him. I can't wait for Bayern Munich and the United game, said Ebony Smith. Both games going to be crackers, Ebony. Two tough games to come, but there you go. The Spurs game was shit, said Boya. I understand, mate. Vardy coming on. What do you think of that situation, by the way? And what do you guys think in the chat? Vardy comes on. I'm not sure if you've seen it. So, Leicester City got a penalty. Maddison was originally going to take the penalty, but Maddison seen that Jamie Vardy was coming on, and no problem at all. He gave the ball straight to Jamie Vardy, who stood up to take the penalty. And it was a decent save from the keeper, Lloris, and he missed. Now, Vardy did score a few minutes later, I think, to make up for it, but at the same time, what's your thoughts on that? It was just an interesting aspect to think somebody coming on like that as a sub to take a penalty straight away. Not even a kick in the game, no warm-up, nothing, just on penalty miss in this case. Liverpool beat United, but will draw against Everton. I'd rather fucking draw against United and beat Everton, if I'm being honest. If I had to do that one way round, there's no way I'm letting the blue shite get any points off us whatsoever. So I'd take a draw against United to beat Everton, because we're going to beat Everton one way or the other, because Everton are an absolute shambles. They're like a B-Tech Chelsea, and Chelsea are like a B-Tech Arsenal. Can't believe we just got our phone back and now we have to wait for 10 days. It's okay though, pal. It's okay. I mean, just think about it this way. When we come back, Trent will be fully ready to go. Gomez will be a couple of weeks closer back as well, and we wouldn't have missed out any games. Lovren will be fit. I'm trying to take all the positives I can from this, and they'll all have a little bit of a tan as well, which is nice for them. Chelsea are a glorified Everton, to be honest, said Alex. 57 subs to go, guys, so don't forget to hit that button. Let's see if we can hit 8,500 subscribers somehow on this stream. It's a massive ask, but it's a late night stream. God knows who's watching, God knows who's there. But do hit the L button if you're there. Hello? Is there anybody there? PSG will smash United. Do you know what? I was thinking about this because I was putting a few bets on earlier on for the game on Tuesday. So I went with United to win and both teams to score, and I did the exact same for the Roma versus Porto game. I doubled it up actually, so I went United to win, both teams to score, Roma to win, both teams to score, and that's my predictions for those two games, although what the score could be, anybody knows. Is Cavani fit for PSG? I know he was looking a bit doubtful. Fair play to Spurs all the same, no players bought and they're still up there. Yeah, and they've got one hell of a manager who's doing a great job. I mean, there's no hate from me. I've always tried to be honest. Pochettino's a great manager. I think Sarri's an excellent manager as well, by the way. I just think his teams have always lacked a little bit of toughness. They've always been able to spread the ball, keep the ball, pass it around, look good, but sometimes they just lack that little bit of toughness. Craig, are you my dad? I sincerely doubt it, Jaden, mate. I sincerely doubt it. I'm still a virgin, mate. I couldn't be. Just a bald old virgin, that's all I am. If the owner calls, I'll be happy, seeing as I've never heard from him. Sorry, after the game. Jesus Christ. Oh, shots fired there from Sarri. Cavani and Neymar are both out. Well, look, Cavani being out is tough. Neymar being out just means you're going to see the ball and play a lot more, and there'll be a bit less rolling round. The comment from Serpent Line there, I did not know that about Sarri. If the owner calls, I'll be happy, seeing as I've never heard from him. Ooh, shot fired indeed. Good man, Sarri. Little tap of the cigarette in his hand while he's saying it. Yeah, if he calls, fair folks, I've never heard from him. Don't even know who he is. What's this fella's name again? Roman what? Is that your man that can't come into the country, is it? That fella? Your man that threw his toys out with a pram and said, no new stadium for you guys. No. No new stadium. Time for manager number 743 and striker number 812, who's about 40 years of age. What betting app do you use? This is going to sound like a cop-out answer, but it's the truth. Whoever offers the best odds on the thing I want to bet on. I don't really have loyalties. My loyalty lies with whoever has the best odds. It's as simple as that. I would usually go between Paddy Power, who are usually not great on odds, to be fair. Good for the weekly betting if you want a free tenner bet. William Hill, Ladbrokes, sometimes Sky, but not as much lately because I'm a little bit annoyed with Sky, so I don't want to give them any money. But yeah, mainly those three. But again, I'm not encouraging anybody to bet, nor am I saying that betting's a good or bad thing. I'm just sharing some information with you guys about my life. I mean, if betting companies want me to start shouting them out, then I want some of that fucking, you know what I mean? I want some of that wedge. I want some of that. I want to milk that commercial teat of the betting companies if they want to get on here and be abused by us like everybody else. Um, 3-2 for Liverpool against Bayern Munich, said Alison Harrison Mitchell. Yeah, it wouldn't be out of the realms of possibility. That game could be one of these ones that is just end-to-end attacking as well. Liverpool need to beat United on the 24th. Come on, you Reds, said Bilal. I don't know, I've almost settled in my head for a point. Is that wrong? Going to Old Trafford and in my head thinking about a point, is that wrong? I don't know if that makes me an absolute git or if I'm just trying to be, pretty realistic in how I look at the rest of the season. Because let's not forget, Manchester City have to go to Old Trafford as well. The media loves to keep reminding everybody that Liverpool is going there for their match in hand. But they conveniently forget that Manchester City have to go there the following month. And that ain't going to be easy. And Manchester United are not going to, as much as they despise us, Manchester United are not going to roll over for Manchester City. Especially when they have fourth place to play for. United to beat PSG and maybe get to the semis, said Smith. The Champions League, Smith, this year is definitely one of the most open ones that I can remember. I'm looking at it now when Juventus, good side, United are on a roll, Liverpool, Manchester City, Spurs, if they can get through this and get their players back, anything is possible. Spanish team, all the Spanish teams basically. Although look, I looked at Barcelona playing tonight away at Atletico Bilbao, and they were toothless. I know Messi isn't fully fit. I know Dembele is coming back from an injury. Coutinho was dog shy. And I'm not saying that out of hate. He was absolutely terrible. Invisible in the game. Suarez worked his backside off. Tried his best. Messi had little flashes of brilliance. But they were a bit toothless and a bit predictable. And honestly, if I was an English side coming up against Barcelona, I wouldn't be that concerned. You hope Messi doesn't have moments of brilliance. But other than that, I think they're beatable. What have we got here? I heard that, what's this? Why is Connor logging onto my laptop? He's freaking the shit out of me here. Jack Crook said, I hope you hit 10k soon, mate. You deserve it. Jack, that's really, really, really kind of you, mate. Thank you. And thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it, buddy. I hope we hit 10k soon as well. We're on the road though. We're doing really well. And I'm really proud of everybody and all the help and support that we're getting. So yeah, we're on the road. I didn't think we'd get there in one season. I really didn't. 10,000 in one season is more than we'd hoped for. But thank you to everyone. Thank you for the super chat, mate. Thank you to everyone that's supporting us. To all the new people that are in as well. Really kind of you. I heard that UEFA wants to get rid of the away goals rule. What do you guys think? They're definitely looking at it, Alex. It's been discussed in the media a little bit. I think I'm for it, if the truth be told, Alex. I don't think it's... Yeah, I agree with it, and I very rarely agree with rule changes in football, but on this one, yeah, it makes some sense to me. I can understand purists that would like it to stay, and I respect everybody's side on this, but yeah, I'd like it to go, if I'm being honest. I think it's worked for and against us over the years. The one that stands out to me has always been where we lost to Atletico, where Forlan scored. That one always sucked, but yeah, I think get rid of it personally. What do you guys think? How would you like to see this one pan out? Ali said, I'm a United fan but respect Liverpool and their fans. Two big teams with a rich history and actually got a lot in common as well. From the city's perspective as well. And always help each other out behind the scenes when things go wrong. That's what people forget about Liverpool and United a lot of the time. City were nervous before the Liverpool match. Then they got their momentum from there. Yeah, again, we go back to that game. It's just the width of a post. I said it before. Sané's went in, Liverpool's came out off the post, and therein lies the difference. And look, no saltiness. I mean, shit happens. You take it on the chin, you move on. I hate Neymar for calling Liverpool a joke. I just hate Neymar because he's shit and overrated. Well, shit's... Well, is he shit? Maybe calling him shit is being wrong, but he's certainly nowhere near as good as his fanboys make out that he is. I mean... If he spends as much time on his feet, and if he actually had Messi's attitude, I've said this time and time again, he'd be one hell of a footballer, but he isn't, and he doesn't. Mbappe is still there to terrorise, true. What a player Kylian Mbappe is. Prediction for Liverpool versus United is probably a little bit early. I said this earlier on at the start. I mean, quickly 1-1 at a guess, but we are a long way out. Craig, 2 games we drew a lot. Our players were still ill but played. True, exactly. And we were decimated by injuries. Although, look, I'm not trying to use this as an excuse because it happens to all teams. And I don't think we've had we've bottled it or anything like that. But we've seven players injured or ill, as you've said. But look, Manchester City were without De Bruyne for a long time as well, and shit happens. But I think we're doing quite well. High press is always our best tactic. Yes, I love it. And you get so much from that high press, familiar to billions, don't you? Because you get to press up the field, you win the ball back, you're closer to goal, you force them into mistakes, they panic, you can get throw-ins, corners, anything. I love it. I love that high press, but it's knowing when and how to press. And Jurgen Klopp has been speaking about the press being a little bit different recently, or our press being a little bit different. I'm not sure if I have the notes on that here. Let me just check. Did I have it on? No, I didn't keep the notes on it, sorry. That's my bad. I thought I kept the notes on the Kloppo and the pressing, but I didn't. But yeah, he was speaking about how the press has altered a little bit, but how he feels that we've got a bit more legs now since having that time away and having the break. And this break as well will do us the world of good. I know people are going to look at it and say, look, we fucked up after the one in Dubai. We fucked up last year as well. And there's no arguing, the results speak for themselves. But at the same time, it's good. It's good to go and get a change of scenery. You should know this as a human being. If you've been stressed, or if you have a holiday to look forward to and you go away, and I know this isn't quite a holiday, but a change of scenery sometimes can be as good as a rest. I'd love a draw against United. It's a fun game, and I'd take a draw. I would. I'd take a draw right now if it was on offer, and I know that might sound like a cop-out, but fuck it, I'd take a draw. It'd still give us that 1 point lead, and it would still leave Manchester City having to go there. We're going to destroy Chelsea at Anfield, I've no doubt about that. Spurs will be a difficult game. When I did out my list of fixtures for the rest of the season, and I went through and I was thinking who will we draw points with, who will City draw points with, I only had us dropping points away against Manchester United. I had us down for a draw, and I needed to throw in one more draw with it because I didn't want to be big-headed. So I dropped another 2 points then against Spurs at home. So I had us dropping 4 points between now and the end of the season, and still winning the league by a couple of points. That's where I see this. We've lost one game all season, 26 games, and we've lost one. Don't forget that, and don't let people lull you into some form of fucking depression or negativity because they start saying to you, oh, 2 games in a row. Let's not forget very recently City lost 2 games in a row to really mediocre teams. These are facts. These are things we have to remember. As Robbie Fowler said, usually you don't hear the talk of a title race until after Easter, but it's heating up because it's big this year. I mean, you've got Spurs right there and both are coattails, but we're in the damn conversation. That's where we should want to be, and you should enjoy it, and the nervousness should be fun. It'll make us all feel like we want to throw up at times. It'll make us angry if we drop points. We'll be screaming at referees. We'll be snapping at our loved ones. We'll be doing all the things the football fans do when we're full of emotion. But hopefully there's something sweet at the end of it. Hopefully there's something that we've deserved, we'll have earned, and we'll fucking celebrate. You bet your ass we'll celebrate it if it happens. Oxlade-Chamberlain, I don't know, you've just put in his name. I don't know if you want me to talk about him then. I can't wait for him to come back. I cannot wait. Kloppo seems to think quarterfinals of the Champions League if we get through. Yeah, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's been massively missed. Phil's missing Liverpool. Fuck him. Good enough for him, Eminem Jr. He made his bed, said it was his dream club. When you go to a club like Barcelona in front of those fans, you're not going to get the time you get from Liverpool fans. You're not going to get worshipped like you do in most English clubs, to be fair. You're not going to get that over there. You're going to be booed. You're going to have, tissues waved at you. You're going to be screamed at because you're at a club like Barcelona that are used to winning easily and winning in style. And that's what Coutinho wanted. So it's up to Felipe Coutinho to man up now and prove that he's good enough. Suarez made the leap. He made the jump. And look at him. He soared. Became even better, some might say. Had an amazing couple of seasons with them. Played brilliant football. And him and Messi look like they're really on the same wavelength. It's time for Phil to do the same. Mbappe, 4 goals in 10 minutes. Facts are facts. Liverpool have dropped 7 points. City have dropped 12 points. Fact. There was somebody earlier on kept going on about fact. Some little gobshite that was trying to wind us up. Cavani injury sheet. I don't know what that means, but yes, he is injured. Spurs are without Kane and they're doing very well. Sometimes it doesn't make a difference. Exactly. Sometimes when that big player is out, and somebody mentioned this earlier on, when Felipe Coutinho left Liverpool, we all worried. Let's be honest, we all worried, and we thought there was going to be a Coutinho-shaped hole in the team, and some might say there still is. But what we did see last year is people stepping up. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain really came into himself. The midfield started to step up. The forwards were on fire. But when Phil was there and things weren't going well, it was easy to just pass it to Coutinho, wasn't it? It was easy for the players to go, don't know about this, give it to Phil. Phil might be able to do something spectacular. Phil might stick one in from 25 yards. Phil might be able to thread that little pass through behind the defence to open them up. And when he went, Klopp was able to see and put faith in those players that they were going to step up and man up. And my God, they did. And we got that Champions League run last year, which carried the momentum forward into this season. We got off to a good start. And we are where we are. So sometimes, if you look at things, and I said this about Chelsea, I said it won't be the worst thing in the world for them if they get rid of Hazard. And people went, you fucking gobshite, what are you talking about? You're a fool. But I think the same way. I think he's got too much power at Chelsea. I think it's too easy to give him the ball if you're a Chelsea player. And there's too much on his shoulders. Let him go. Bring other players in. And there you are. That's how I see it anyway. Liverpool ain't beat United. We gonna smash you. Look at Mr. Big Balls here. Look at this. Gets a few wins under their belt. Couldn't be coming in trying to, be humble or honest about it. Like, just goes, oh, look at us. We're fucking brilliant, we are. We've got 8 wins. Ollie forever. Mate, I love your confidence, but you don't know what's going to happen. Nor do we, pal. I'm not going to say we're going to smash you because we're on top of the league. Well, we're second in goal differences this moment in time, but be a bit humble, pal. It doesn't hurt. Be confident, but be a bit humble. 3-1 and all that. Do you know what I mean? We didn't even get out of second gear the last time. When's Gomez to come back? 4 to 6 weeks. Around 4 to 6 weeks. So probably at the most 4 weeks after we have this little break, which is great. Roberto, how are you, pal? Where do you see Liverpool getting in the Champions League? I have 2 answers for you on that one, buddy. First is I don't really give a shit. I want us to go as far as we can in it, but it's all about one thing, and that's the Premier League. But we could go as far as anybody else. I mean, we could go to the final again. We could win the damn thing. As could a number of teams. It's really, really tough. We just need to win our games 1-0, people. Hold on for the ride. Believe. That'll do. Going out a few 1-0s. Nothing wrong with it. What else have we got? Drop Keita for Oxlade-Chamberlain. See, I don't like using the word drop. I like the word rotate, change, rest. They're less negative words, and it just makes it a little bit softer. But yes, either of them. I mean, maybe play both. Fabinho, Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain. Fabinho, Gini, Keita. Fabinho, Gini, Oxlade-Chamberlain. I mean, there's a few options there for the gaffer, and good options. Guys, 53 more subs to go till 8,500 subscribers. So if you're watching, you got a second, you haven't hit the button, please do so. How much did our other players step up when Coutinho left? No one's indispensable. Exactly, Claire. I think Coutinho is loyal to Liverpool fans. I don't think he would ever join Manchester United. I don't know. I honestly don't know the answer to that, Lee. I'd like to think you're right, but at the end of the day, if he really wasn't working out for him at Barcelona, say, his options would be maybe Paris Saint-Germain, or say United were in for him. You can never say never in this sport. I'd like to think he wouldn't, but stranger things have happened, mate. I bet Coutinho regrets leaving us. So, well, let's not forget, he is still top of the league as things stand with Barcelona. They are still in the Champions League. And didn't they get through in the Copa del Rey? I'm sure. Didn't they get through against Sevilla? If memory serves me correct. If Craig is an afro tomorrow night, we'll know where Mo's beard went. As I said earlier on, I wish I could grow that big, beautiful head of hair that Mo has. Ronaldo bigger than Juventus. What a dumb, ignorant comment. To be fair, I often disrespect clubs and call them small little clubs or have a laugh, but Juventus is a behemoth of a club. It's a massive club in Europe. I have a lot of respect for Juventus. I have a lot of respect for the way they took their lumps when they were caught doing the old cheating. They were relegated. They went back down. They left the Stadio delle Alpi. They built themselves a wonderful new stadium. They've come back up, and not just come back up. They've come back up and dominated Serie A. Rebuilt their team. Fair fucks to them. The club's run really well, and again, no hate from me here. I'm just trying to be honest. But I can tell you what, Cristiano Ronaldo was not bigger than that football club. Juventus, I mean, look at the players that have been there. Zinedine Zidane, come on. Who else has played there? What's your man's name? I can never think of his name. Nedved. Pavel Nedved, what a footballer. And many, many, many more besides. So that is a bit of a silly comment. As big and as massive a person as Ronaldo is in world football, Juventus are a pretty damn big club. I think Oxlade-Chamberlain will start. He's just back from injury. Make him on at some point, depends on the game he's doing. He's not going to play in either of the games against Bayern Munich. I think it's a little bit too early. Definitely not the first leg, 100%. The second one, I'd be amazed. I really would. Naby really impressed me against Bournemouth, said Craig M. All of us were impressed, Craig. And a little bit more of that from Naby going forward would be brilliant, wouldn't it? I thought the entire team, though. I mean, nobody was less than a 7 out of 10 in that game. I thought we were brilliant from front to back. Naby's growing into it, said Paul Gallagher. I love all these positive comments about Naby Keita. Long may they continue. Mo the baby-faced assassin. You can't say that around United fans. They'll tell you very, very quickly that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was their baby-faced assassin. Johnny Wiki said, "Hi Craig, my dream situation is Keita to score the winner at Old Trafford. What are your thoughts on us winning that game considering their form? I believe if we do win that game, we win the league." Firstly, I agree. If we win at Old Trafford, and I'm not saying we do yet, but if we win at Old Trafford, yes, I think we win the league as well. I really do. But I'd still take a point if it was on offer right now, because it would still give us a lead, and Manchester City still have to go there, and that's our most difficult away game that we've got left this season. People would say you've got to go to Goodison, but you know, it's only Goodison. All we have to do is just boot the ball 50 foot into the air towards the keeper, and Pickford will do the rest. It'll be grand. Nothing to worry about there. But yeah, mate, if I'm with you. If we win that, and it'll be very difficult, and I'm not saying we will, but if we do go to Old Trafford and win, it's ours. It is. It's ours. I'm saying it. I'm saying it as well. I wouldn't want to drop Naby either, but Fabinho and Gini are consistently performing well. I can't see them out of the team. Good. That's great. I mean that sincerely. The more players that are performing, the bigger the headache for the manager. Obviously, the better the situation we're in. Drew 1-0 at Real Madrid in the first leg of the Copa del Rey. Yeah, I'm going back even before that. I meant didn't they beat Sevilla in the last round? I think that's where my head was. But you're right, they did draw 1-0. And lucky to draw 1-0 as well. If Phil wants to come back, he needs to put laxative in the Barca players' drinks when they play in the Champions League. I love your streams, Craig. Keep up the good work, said LMA Evans. Thank you, LMA. That's very kind of you. We do appreciate you coming on and appreciate the support. Okay, some more comments. Let's see. Do you mean Woodison? I do, Charlene. I stand corrected. Tottenham against Dortmund. Going to be a good game of football as well. Going to sit back. It's going to be nice to be able to sit back this week and watch the Champions League and just relax, isn't it? Have a couple of games to just sit back and relax and not have to worry about how it affects Liverpool, because it doesn't and it won't. Be nice to just sit back, watch United play against PSG and then watch Spurs play. Only 991,453 more subs until 1 million. You can do it. Yeah, it's a long way to go. We'll stick to trying to hit to that 10k first to be great. We're only 3 away from the next 50. So if we work in 50s, we'll get there eventually. So if there's a couple of people watching that haven't subscribed, as you can see, we're only a few away from 8450. So every single subscriber counts. If FA Cup week, Champions League week, after 224 watching, only 79 likes, y'all better bump those numbers up, said October. And trust me guys, you don't want to piss October off. She's a lady not to be messed with. Jordan, T-Rex arms, Pickford. Somebody tried to say he was better than Alisson earlier on. Some deluded Everton fan came in. Absolute madness. Did you see Leon lost in league? Oh, I did see. Well, there was 10 minutes to go, I think, when I came upstairs and Nice had scored their penalty. So I didn't know how the game ended up, but clearly they lost. So it's a bit strange, isn't it? You go and beat PSG and then fuck it up then against Nice, who were down near the bottom of the table. Mbappe paid 23k to the GoFundMe. Was this with regards to the search and rescue mission for the airplane that Salah was on? Fair fucks to him. I mean, lovely gesture, what can you say? I think he gave all the money that he got from the World Cup with France. I think he gave all that to charity as well, if I remember, with Kylian Mbappe. Anfield Agenda Lover. Love these streams, Craig. Thank you. I'm always almost embarrassed when we get kind words in. I'm used to being called a bald nonce, a fat nonce, a potato, a Darragh O'Brien lookalike, a B-Tech Bateson, a B-Tech Mark Goldbridge, Uncle Fester, the White Malteser, all these other bits and pieces. So sometimes when we get a kind word in, I'm a little bit thrown back. Can't believe Graham Souness thinks that Milner's better than Pogba. Did he say that? Did he say that? I love James Milner. Of course I do, but it's tough to swallow. That's tough to swallow. Pogba at the minute is on fire, and it's starting to show what he's capable of, but that's an odd one. If he did say that. Oh, Kev, how are we, my friend? Kev, actually, I wanted to have a little chat with you, so keep an eye out. I'm going to send you a message on WhatsApp in the next couple of days, buddy. I had somebody that wanted to help you out a little bit and make your life a little bit easier, Kev, so bear with me in the next day or two, buddy, and I'll send you a message over. De Gea better than Alisson, let's be real. He is, yes. I've said that. If you've watched the stream before, mate, I'll have admitted many times I think David De Gea is the best goalkeeper in the world. I'm not a deluded idiot that comes on here just to spout shit. I do have some views that are a bit controversial, but I'm always honest in what I believe. De Gea is a fantastic goalkeeper, and Alisson's not too shabby either, nor is Ederson. It's a bit of a shame about Jordan Pickford though, isn't it? And his little T-Rex arms. Every time Jordan Pickford tries to tie his laces, he ends up falling over and just crying. 8.4k is a crazy number. Imagine that many people standing in front of you in person. Yeah, sometimes it frightens the shit out of me, pal. I'm not going to lie. When we do watch-alongs, the biggest one that we had recently was the Napoli game, and we had just over 60,000 views. And when I start thinking about stuff like that, that frightens the crap out of me. And even if some people, and a lot of people do sometimes just come in for a second or two and head off, but yeah, just thinking of that amount of numbers is frightening. So when you see people that get hundreds and hundreds of thousands, oh God, they take some nerve to do it. Alisson has no competition. What does that matter? I'm not trying to be a dickhead. I just don't understand what do you mean. Mignolet is not really great competition, but Alisson is the number one regardless of competition. I know, I probably think you're trying to get at he needs someone to push him on and make him better, but I mean, he's the number one. It's as simple as. Would you honestly say that David De Gea has much competition at Manchester United? He's an amazing keeper, and United have a backup keeper, but there's nobody really pushing him, is there? I'd be gutted with the City result today, but it's Chelsea, said Steve. They were absolute dog shit, weren't they? Absolute dog shit. You look like McAllister. Bit more hair, I hope. I mean, look, I can grow hair. See, it's growing. I've been bald as fuck for years, but it's growing, and I'll take it. Gary Mack's a legend. Great to see De Gea getting praised on a Liverpool fan channel. Alisson's not far off, but yep, De Gea is our saviour. Saves us 15 points every season. How can it not be described? I mean, yeah, I agree with you, Murph. He's quality. I've heard that he's asking for 350 grand a week at the minute. Considering what Sanchez is on, considering what Ozil is on, pay the man his fucking money. I mean, pay him. Manchester United can afford to give David De Gea that money, and he deserves it for me. That's my humble opinion on it. Pay him. Liverpool should sign De Gea. Yeah, don't think it's going to quite happen. And we're grand. We've got a good goalkeeper. I mean, have you not seen his beard? He's magnificent. Romero's better than Mignolet. Let's be honest, Bio. They're both shit. Be fair about it. Romero's dog shit. Mignolet's dog shit. Simple. Honest. Neither of them are good enough to play in both of our teams. Alisson has 14 clean sheets. That would have been enough to win the Golden Glove a couple of years ago. We still have so many games to go. He'll win it. Aguero's done well to get himself back into contention right up on top now. I think joint with 17, if I remember correctly, for Sergio Aguero and Mo Salah. So yeah, that's going to heat up as well. And of course, Harry Kane will get his 7,000 or 8,000 penalties between now and the end of the season. Seeing a Chelsea fan saying Kepa was Spain's number one. Come on. Even, like, how deluded do you have to be to look at Kepa and go, yeah, he's better than De Gea? Defo. He's defo Spain's number one. That's just silly. Alisson is great, and there's a reason he's Brazil's number 1. Who's Brazil's number 2? Oh yeah, that fella at Manchester City. Nah, to be fair, Ederson's a goalkeeper as well. Chelsea looked strong to score in the first 4 minutes and not for the next 86. True, Larry. They had a couple of opportunities. I was thinking, oh, here we go. Hazard locks up for this today. Higuain looks a little bit sharp, and then, absolutely no bottle whatsoever. No metal, no cojones, whatever you want to call it. They just lubed up, bent over, and took everything Manchester City had to give them. Do you think United will finish top 4? 100%. I do, 100%. After that game today, and seeing the run that United are on, they'll do, and I think they'll do it quite comfortably. I think they'll do it by 4 or 5 points come the end of it. I think you might have Arsenal closer to them than Chelsea, because Chelsea are going to come to Anfield and get beaten. And I don't know what other fixtures they have, but they're a shambles at the minute. That game today is unacceptable. If you're a Chelsea fan, Chelsea manager, Chelsea board member, you're asking questions. If you're a Chelsea player and a manager, you're sitting in there on Monday morning and you're having a conversation about what the hell is going on at that club at the minute. Stephen, talk to you soon, buddy. Thank you for joining us. Owen or Salah in their prime? Michael Owen is erased out of my head, Benjamin. I remember absolutely nothing that Manchester United legend done for Liverpool Football Club. England's Michael Owen is nowhere near Mohamed Salah in my love or affection. So yeah, if we're talking Robbie Fowler now, I mean, that's a different board game. I love Robbie Fowler. He's my favourite player of all time. Romero's a decent first keeper if he played for Newcastle. Yeah, but he doesn't. He plays for Manchester United, which means he's not good enough. Same way Mignolet is not good enough at Liverpool. Jan Oblak is absolutely class. Sim Wims, you're right. At the time when we were looking for a goalkeeper, I was screaming for Alisson. For about a year, I was saying Alisson. People were saying Jan Oblak's a better keeper. Jan Oblak this, Jan Oblak that. And yes, Jan Oblak's amazing. But Jan Oblak plays in a very defensive team. Jan Oblak is an amazing shot stopper. But we've yet to see Jan Oblak be able to use distribution. Whereas you look at Alisson and you knew what you were getting. You looked at Ederson. Manchester City knew exactly what they were getting. A goalkeeper that could play in the quarterback role, that could be the sweeper keeper, that could ping the ball out. And both clubs needed that. That's why I think we didn't look at Jan Oblak. I think Liverpool did make contact to figure out about his buyout clause, but once they found the keeper they wanted, they went and they paid a big sum of money and they got him. Pickford looks like he's trying to swat a fly every time he tries to save a ball. He's an arrogant little shit as well. That's what annoys me about Jordan Pickford. I wouldn't mind if he was humble, but he's not. He's an arrogant little shit. Do you remember him talking about Alisson when he made his mistake? Oh, he won't make mistakes. Fucking Eagles made 4 this season already. He needs to shut up and get rid of his little Napoleon complex. Do you think Conor McGregor, or do you like Conor McGregor? Do you think he'd beat Khabib in a rematch? Yes, I absolutely adore Conor McGregor, and no, I don't think he'd beat Khabib in a rematch. And here's why. I think McGregor's lost his hunger, and I think in fighting senses, whether it be a boxer or from what limited knowledge of UFC, but just from a fighting perspective, Khabib's hungry. Khabib wants that recognition. Khabib wants that McGregor money, and he absolutely manhandled Conor McGregor. Made a show of him. There's no two ways about it. I'm an Irishman, I'd love to say differently, but he battered McGregor. And I don't see how McGregor beats him in a rematch. I really don't. I don't look too much into the fact that he dropped McGregor, because that was just McGregor being sloppy with what I'm talking about with a punch. But everything else was just, what's the point? He just beat him. I think McGregor's lost that fire, that hunger. And if he can get it back, if Conor McGregor could somehow dig deep or go to the well one more time, then maybe. But I wouldn't be betting on it. I wouldn't be putting any money on it whatsoever. I used to work with Pickford's mum at Virgin Money. There you go. I won't ask anything about Pickford's mother, because that is, private and personal stuff, and I wouldn't dare disparage his mother. That's not my place. That's not what I do. I will tell you Jordan Pickford's an awful little goalkeeper and a mouthy little shit, but I would never speak ill of his parents. Aguero's a B-Tech Firmino. They're both great, to be fair. Aguero's not a team player. Oh, he's fucking banging them in though, to be fair, isn't he? I wasn't in the stream last night because I spent 3 hours in the hotel room after that third goal we scored yesterday. Absolute filth, said Brian. It was filth. And how nice would it have been as well if Sadio's second header had have gone in, because that was beautiful as well. Lee, I did see England absolutely annihilated France. I mean, bitch slapped France. So yeah, England are looking good for possibly the Grand Slam. Definitely the Six Nations by the looks of it. Although I'm sure Wales might have something to say about that. I disagree. I think McGregor will beat him in a rematch, same way he beat Nate Diaz. It's a different fight though. You look at the Nate Diaz fight, and McGregor knew what he had to do. It just not gas. That was it. He put too much into trying to knock Nate Diaz out in the first fight, and he completely gassed himself. In the second fight, he had to work on his cardio. It was clear he just had to last. He knew he could outwork Nate Diaz with regards to ability, difference, absolutely. Once he gets put to the ground, once he gets taken down by Khabib, it's good night Vienna. And he will, because Khabib's a fucking animal. He really is. And as I say, I'm not an expert at all on UFC. Boxing, yeah, I reckon I'd hold my own with the best of them, because it's a sport I've watched and loved my entire life. UFC, I only drop in and out of when McGregor fights. Is Paul Pogba better than Gerrard? No, he's not. What has he proved to be better than Gerrard? Could he be better than Gerrard if he has a great end to his career or the great next 6 years? He's an amazingly talented footballer, but no, he's not. He's not better than Gerrard, not at this moment in time. He's done nothing. I know he's won the World Cup and I get all that before you start coming at me, but we're talking about club football here, not what he's done with France. Doesn't matter. Following on Twitter now too, thank you Stephen. If we beat United then I think we win the league, so do I. SMJ Legacy. Did you watch the Six Nations? No, but I did get the score because people were kind enough to keep me up to date with it when we were doing the watch along earlier on. Do you think England can win the Euros? No. I thought they were very lucky to get where they got to in the World Cup. They didn't. They did put in a good performance, did they? Let's be fair. England didn't go. They did what they did. They got through on penalties. They scored a few. They played some shitty teams. England didn't impress me during the World Cup at all. I wouldn't be looking at it going, "Oh, that's a good side." That's just my opinion. Ireland are shit. So Chelsea are lethal. I think you misspelled shite there, Niall. To be fair, Khabib could fight 2 weights above. I'd be interested to see if Khabib fights Tony Ferguson. I mean, that's the fight that everyone in the UFC seems to be talking about. I do have a few more comments actually to go through. There was something else. Andy Robertson was talking, and he believes that Liverpool's forthcoming training camp comes at a pretty good time for the team. It'll re-energise the squad. Speaking to LiverpoolFC.com, he said, "We're a bit of a wounded squad at the minute. The lads are coming back. Trent Alexander-Arnold came back, which was fantastic to see. Gini's been struggling all week. He came in and was unbelievable for someone who's been unwell all week, and it was nice to see Hendo back on the bench as well. We've got a good 10 days now until Bayern Munich. We go off to the training camp and hopefully we'll all come back more focused and stronger than the squad have been, and then we've got a chance to get back to winning ways. That's the key. We've got a nice 10-day break, and I'm sure Trent will be up to speed, and Hendo and Gini, and hopefully we've a couple more to come back, and then we've got an exciting run in." So again, Andy Robertson once again talking sense in the media, which he's done a lot lately. He hasn't hidden away. He's always been there front and centre in front of camera. You can see that becoming the Scottish captain has really helped him grow and helped him blossom, and I love it. I love this stuff from Andy Robertson. Nice, calm, sensible talk, which is exactly what's needed now. Don't flinch, don't show any nerves, don't talk bullshit, don't try and wind people up. Keep your head down, be polite, courteous, smile, nod, and go on and do your talking on the pitch. That's what's needed now. Scholes was better than Gerrard. In his arse was Scholes better than Gerrard, mate. Be realistic. And look, you'll tell me till the death that Scholes was better, and I'll tell you till the death that Gerrard was better, and there's neither way either of us can prove anything because it's all about opinions. That's the beauty of it though, isn't it, Lee? That's the beauty of being a fan. You'll scream for your man till the end, I'll scream for my man till the end, and we'll both say that they're better than Lampard. Do you think we need Lovren back to beat Manchester United? Matip in the air is too weak. I don't know which one I go with. That is the honest answer. I don't know. Whoever has the shirt the game before, and whoever continues to have the shirt. I know that we're going to see Lovren play against Bayern Munich. I'd probably go with Matip because he's in a rhythm, and having Lovren come back, play one game. No, I'd probably stick with Matip because he's in that match rhythm. Tony versus Khabib seems to be cursed. Yeah, that's fights. Is it 2 or 3 times that fight hasn't happened? If Liverpool lead against United, they win. Solskjaer hasn't lost a game and he won't be able to come back. He did it to Burnley, but against top opposition, he won't be able to come back. Look, we just have to go and do our best. I mean, if we score early, great. Sometimes scoring early can be detrimental as well, but let's wait and see. We can come up with every possible scenario, but at the end of the day, both teams have to go out there and play for the 3 points, and none of us know what's going to happen. I'm interested to see who they put in charge, though, who referees. I'm hoping Michael Oliver gets the gig, because for me, I think personally he's the best referee in the league. In a league full of shit referees. Let's not start Gerrard, Scholes, Lampard debate. I know we seem to have this every fucking week, don't we? Somebody always seems to come in from an opposition fan base and try to tell us why all our players aren't as good as theirs, and then I come back and say the same thing, and we all go around in circles, and there you go. Brian, I think you misspelled shite there. Pure deadpan. That's Craig at his best. Yeah, sorry. Sometimes I just see these things, but I've got to go for them. I just wouldn't be able to look myself in the mirror if I didn't. Jones has more assists than Keita this season. Yeah. He's also signed a new contract. United fans, if you're a United fan, you must be delighted about that one. Knowing that Phil Jones and his face-making abilities will be at the club for the next God knows how many years. Do you think Ireland will win the Six Nations? No, I think England will win the Six Nations. Yeah, but look, that's okay. It's the World Cup year. That's where our focus seems to be building towards. I mean, we've had a great run. And this team, I think, is just trying to peak for the World Cup. Paul Scholes 66 caps, Gerrard 114 caps, end of dispute, said Kev. I think Liverpool have too much for Manchester United and they'll roll Bayern Munich over. Chelsea are a joke of a club at the moment. I think we can all agree on that one, Lee. And let's all point and laugh at Chelsea for a minute. They're mouthy when they want to be, throwing the old racist abuse around, bit of anti-Semitism and all that stuff. No bottle though, no set of cojones when it came out onto the pitch today. But Hazard's great, isn't he? Let's all talk about how Hazard's the best player in the Premier League. Can we have that conversation one more time? Hazard, oh, he's so good, isn't he? Where are all the little Hazard fanboys now? He's a fraud. He's a mouthy little fraud. He shows up 5 or 6 times a season, sulks for the rest of the season, comes back from pre-season with one too many hamburgers, and then we still get all of this. Oh, isn't Eden Hazard great? He's a club legend. He scored 100 goals in 6 years. Mo Salah would be fucking ran out of Liverpool if it took him 6 years to score 100 goals. What'd you get out of it? Club legend. Just to show you what a small club you're talking about there. If 100 goals in 6 years makes you a club legend. And I don't care if he's getting it from midfield, because he's not really a midfielder, he's a 10. Will Sarri get sacked? Is the Pope Catholic? There you go. New Zealand will win the World Cup like they always do. Excuse me, Lee. Excuse me. Shall we talk about beating New Zealand? Because we've done that very recently. Leonard, you're not top of the league, fairy face. You're top of the league because you played the game more. I mean, do I have to give you a lesson in maths, my friend? Top of the league. And were you at the stadium today, Leonard? Were you one of the people dressed up as blue plastic? Were you? Tell the truth. Top of the league. Go on, put on your Chelsea shirt, because you know you were wearing that one a few years ago. Tell the truth, Leonard. Tell the truth. Salah is better than Hazard. Damn right he is. Hazard isn't fit to lace Mo's boots. Who's playing centre half against Munich? I love that you said centre half, Liam. I love that. Proper old school shit. Probably Salah and Firmino. No, I'm only messing. It has to be Lovren and Matip, doesn't it? Although some people might say drop in Firmino in there, and I can understand that as well. Hazard has outgrown Chelsea 3 years ago. He's been begging for a move, hasn't he? He's been basically showing his nipples to Real Madrid and saying, come and get me, lads. Please, please come and get me. But if I can't go to Madrid, I love Chelsea forever and I'll sign a new deal here. It's only Real Madrid or Chelsea, but I love Real Madrid and I really want to go to Real Madrid. But if Madrid don't want me, I love Chelsea. But I've spoken about Madrid and how much I love Madrid. He's every year, he's absolutely making a mockery of them, and the fans are just blowing smoke up his arse and saying, oh, we love you, Eden, we love you. You will lose against Rags, ha ha ha. Mate, if you're going to come in, try and put a fucking sentence together, will you? You will lose against Rags, ha ha ha. Mate, come on. I'm sick of this shit from trolls. I'm sick of you guys being fucking morons. If you're going to come in and have a go, get an Oxford Dictionary out, pal. Go and get a thesaurus. Get yourself a fucking phone with autocorrect. Do yourself a favour, because you're making the rest of your fans look like absolute idiots. The four of you must be embarrassed as fuck. If you're gonna have a go, Leonard, come on, pal. I'll help you out. If you want me to DM you, we'll come up with a sentence together. I'll make it funny for you and everything, and you can post it. And I'll pretend I'm shocked. I'll pretend I'm reading it for the first time, and I'll go, "Oh, you got me there, Leonard. I mean, I didn't think you had it in you, pal, but you got me. Well done, Leonard. Everybody, boo a bus for Leonard. Cake and pie, cake and pie." Leonard, you're out of your depth here, son. Come on, time to head off. City are unstoppable. Yes, we'll see what the forensic accountants have to say about that one. Imagine the day when the lads from Abu Dhabi just get bored of Manchester City and just go, pull all the money out, pull all that money out now, and Manchester City go back to playing Accrington Stanley and fucking Luton Town or whoever else are going to be in League One, and just drop back down there to mediocrity. Pulisic must be kicking himself. He's over, I can see him now, they're just against the wall. Bang, 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 bang. Quick look over at the picture of Rafa that he has at the wall. Little look over to the picture of Kloppo. Little look over there to the picture of Zidane. And then he looks over and he sees Sarri and he goes bang, bang. Yeah, oh well, you make your bed, lie in it. Kirby said, "Yet there still isn't a troll that's educated. I swear to God, I'm almost embarrassed for them at this point." Loving troll watch. It's my thing. It's my thing. If I'm being honest, I love having a go at trolls. I should ignore them. I really should. But God, they're stupid. And I'm by no means the most intelligent human being. My grammar is shocking. But if I'm gonna come on and try and represent my club and try and belittle somebody, which I wouldn't do because I've got a better thing to do with my life, they're just sad little fuckers, aren't they? It really is just making a mockery of the education system of whatever country these lads are from. Noel Gallagher once said that he doesn't want Liverpool to win the league. Fair enough. Good man, Noel. How do you think Liverpool will fare against United? They've looked good in form of late. I'm feeling of trepidation. It's going to be tough, Mitra. It's going to be a very, very tough game. United are flying at the minute. And going to their gaff isn't going to be easy. But you know what? I back our boys and let's just wait and see. None of us, we can just guess. We can have conjecture and we can predict scores. But anything can happen. There could be a red card in the first 10 minutes. So let's just wait and see. But I back Liverpool to get something out of that game. I'm going to keep backing them, and I'm going to keep backing them, and I'm going to keep backing them, and I'm going to keep saying we're going to win the league until it's mathematically not possible, because we're going to win the league. What have we got? We're only a couple of subs away, guys, so if you're watching, you haven't subscribed yet, we're on the road to 10,000. We're heading towards 8,500 subscribers. All our content is free. I forgot to say that earlier on. Everything on here is free. Matchday watch-alongs, nightly streams, transfer videos, future podcasts, anything else that we do, all absolutely free. So if you have a chance, please hit that subscribe button and help this bald, overweight Irish idiot get this channel towards 10,000 subs. What else we got? Man City ruined football. Yep. What's this Diet Chav habit about? It's this. It's what I call Diet Coke. It's just a nickname we gave Diet Coke because we couldn't keep using Diet Coke and putting images up because we'd get done for copyright. So we called it Diet Chav because I'm a chav. Be nice to Leonard. Nah, he wasn't nice to us. United will play in the counter-attack. They know if they come toe-to-toe with Liverpool, they're going to get smashed. I don't know, I think midfield will be important in that game. The battle in there between Pogba, maybe who else would be in there for you, Herrera, or for United, Herrera, Fabinho, Gini. It's going to be an interesting battle in that midfield. I don't think you'll get one single point at Old Trafford. That's my bet, because we're at home and everyone will be 100%. Is that supposed to worry us though, Bio? Honestly, you do realise that we're top of the league here and we've lost one game all season. We're not going to be scared to go to Old Trafford, pal. We're not going to give a shit if every one of your players is 100% and your fans are 1,000% and your manager is feeling 753.8%. We're going to go there and we're going to do a job. And whatever happens, happened. I'm not arrogant enough, like you seem to be, to say that my team is going to just go there and destroy you. I'm giving United respect. Damn fine team, playing really well. but I back my team to go there and get something. That's me being respectful. If you want to be arrogant about it, like a lot of United fans have been over the years, and you want to act like you've got a big pair now because your club have suddenly found a bit of form, that's on you, my friend. I'm going to continue to be respectful because that's how us Liverpool fans are. What else we got? The sad thing for City is they don't have all this money back, and that most of these Trolls fans wouldn't even think about City. They're irrelevant. They're absolutely irrelevant. Completely irrelevant club. Just ignore them. They'll be back where they're supposed to be in a few years when their owners get bored. Where in Ireland are you from? You're from Drogheda. Originally from Dublin, Aaron. Live in Wexford now. Like everybody else, I couldn't afford to live in Dublin, so I moved down to Wexford. Manchester City and PSG are what's wrong with sports, sadly. PSG have fans, their atmosphere at home is great. Yeah, look, the thing about PSG, I didn't realise this until a while ago. They were only formed in 1972 or 78. Sometime in the 70s anyway. I didn't realise they were that new of a club. I was quite shocked when I heard that. Why does Graham Souness even understand saying what we need to win all of our games to win the league just because Man City trash Chelsea? We don't. It's ridiculous. It's absolute nonsense. There's one thing for sure that isn't going to happen. Liverpool aren't going to win 12 games in a row, and Chelsea or Manchester City are not going to win 11 games in a row. You can take that shit to the bank because it ain't going to happen. Both teams are going to drop points. What else we got? Oh my God, Peter. Are you sure your name's Peter Moran? I mean, I could go for the easy joke here and turn that into Moron, but you know, I'm trying to be better than that. It's shocking, Peter. Honestly, mate, if you're gonna come in, you're forgetting letters, apostrophes. Just give up, Peter. Just give up, mate. We shouldn't go to United for the draw. We have to win there. Let's smash them. I mean, we will go there to try and win, of course. I don't think any team with any type of intention ever goes there to try and, or anywhere to try and get a point. I do think we'll rip Liverpool a third eye, but I'm not that cocky. I say for sure everything can happen in football. You back your team, Bio, and that's sound. We all do. I agree with you on that one. You think United will win? Good. I think Liverpool are capable of going there and getting something. Let's wait and see what happens. City fans just want us to be so bad. They don't have any, mate. They don't have any fans. Oh look, Leonard is back again. Well done, Leonard. Well, congratulations, you managed to get 4 words there. Only problem there, Leonard, is every single one of your words starts with a capital, buddy. You were so fucking close. You got the spelling right. You got everything done, buddy, but they don't all start with capitals. It's a shame, Leonard. It's a shame, buddy. You were so fucking close. Which of United's players would you have in our 11? De Gea is the obvious answer. Yeah, I'll probably only take De Gea if I'm being honest. Who else is there? Oh, I mean, Pogba is very good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not just looking at United's players and going shit. Far from it. Yeah, De Gea is probably the easiest answer. Sorry, ball has defo deflated. It's gone into the neighbour's back garden and it ain't coming back. The motherfucker has stuck a knife in that ball and put it in the bin. It's going nowhere. I'm going to Old Trafford with Tatiana and we're going to ensure Liverpool support to the hardest. Good, enjoy it. Enjoy it. I can't believe I haven't gotten over to a damn game this season. It's so fucking frustrating. Obviously, Manchester City fans don't have to worry about not being able to get tickets because they're actually just handing them outside the stadium out. Or probably paying people to go in and watch them at this point. But yeah, it's been tough. You'll be collabing with Mark Obridge for United Liverpool. Yes. Mark will be coming on here for a post-match show after the game, and I believe it hasn't been 100% confirmed. We've been having some quick back and forth. I believe I'm going on to the United stand for a preview before the game, but let's just wait and see. Mark's a busy dude. I can confirm he's definitely going to be on here for a post-match show, which I'm looking forward to. Mark was really, I will say, brave the last time. He came on. He dealt with the beating that Manchester United got. He took it like a champ. He was very honest and forthright in his opinions. But the tide has changed for Manchester United a little bit. So I'm looking forward to going on and having a chat with him this time and seeing how he's feeling. I'm sure he'll be a lot more confident, and rightly so. But yeah, I think so. I hope we'll do both anyway. Just got back from the Etihad. The atmosphere was electric. Of course it was. Good man. Yeah, well, the Chelsea fans did make a good bit of noise, to be fair, Leonard. Again, buddy, so close there with the sentence. You were just missing a space after the comma between Etihad and the. And I can understand why you went full caps for electrics. I'm going to get you away with that. But yeah, close again, Leonard. I mean, with every single one of these trolling attempts, buddy, you're getting closer. I believe in you. I believe before we finish this stream in 11 minutes, you'll have a full sentence out, mate. You will. Pogba's the only one I'd rather have. Alisson is better than De Gea. He isn't. As much as I love Alisson, but he isn't better than De Gea yet. Be fair. De Gea is probably the best keeper in the world. But again, look, who am I? I'm just giving you my opinion. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. If you could sign one player this summer, who would you sign and why? Literally anybody. If I have a blank checkbook, I'm having Kylian Mbappe tomorrow. Thank you very much. Done and dusted. The reason being, I think he's going to be the next superstar, obviously, in world football. So, yes, I would love him coming in from the left and having Salah coming in from the right. That would be delicious. What else we got? Our Twitter just got followed by somebody called Anal Destroyer 21. Yes, now there's an account name. Anal Destroyer 21. I wonder who the first 20 were. That's what makes me think there. Where was Anal Destroyer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Well done. Now hang on. Now stop the stream. Leonard managed to get it right. Well, it was only a one-word sentence. He just went with City, but he spelled it all correctly. Well done, Leonard. You've done it, pal. I'm sure the City fans are proud of you. I'm sure the education system is proud of you. I'm sure the northeast of England is proud of you. I'm not. It's taking you too long. But look, you've had your time on the stream, buddy, and best of luck to you. We're supposed to be on bad form, Craig. I know, it's tough. It's tough, Joanne, isn't it, being top of the table? Well, we're not technically top, but we've a game in hand. I'm going to keep saying we're top. Fuck Man City, they're irrelevant. United are on the way back. Don't underestimate them. Who's underestimating them? If you listen to the stream, pal, I've been doing nothing but praising them and saying how well they've been doing. I'm not underestimating them one bit. I'd rather sign Werner than Mbappe. Wow, that's a big, big show. Sancho's going to be a good player in the future too. Yes, he is. But Mbappe surely will be the dream. Do you support the League of Ireland team? Nope, I don't. I grew up really close to Bray Wanderers, about 4 or 5 miles away from Bray Wanderers when I was growing up. Technically there was no full stop. I was thinking that as well, Patrick, at the time, but I didn't want to be a dick because most people don't use full stops. Oh, you've lost it now, Leonard. I mean you came back so well, mate. And now you're after coming back with sorry MA/2 disappoint you. I mean, Leonard, we had something here, pal. It was something special tonight, wasn't there? Me and you, we worked on something. Can Salah finish top scorer? Of course he can, but in fairness, Aguero's done well to pin that one back. That's another interesting race, isn't it, right to the end of the season? Is Klopp only here till 2020? Someone mentioned this the other night. I thought he was here longer than that. I thought he'd signed a 6-year deal. I could be wrong though. I usually am, to be fair. You grew up 5 miles from Cardiff. Nice. Gomez and VVD for the second leg. Chamber in midfield. I don't think he's going to be fit, but cool. I think people are going to be disappointed if they think we're going to see Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain in the second leg. The round after that is probably more likely. But again, he could be a bit further on than I believe. Okay, what have we got? 2022, says Steve. There you go. That's what I thought. Since the Etihad always Oasis before games, should we play the Beatles songs before games? No, we play You'll Never Walk Alone, mate. That's tickety-boo. What they used to do, obviously, was play the charts at Anfield, but sometimes now they play, I think they play up-and-coming local bands as well, which is great. I think a lot of clubs do that, in fairness to them. Guys, look, last shout out before we head off for the night. If anybody is in and have enjoyed the show or enjoyed the stream tonight, please do hit that subscribe button on the way out or before we head off. We're on the way to 10,000 subscribers. We appreciate every single one of you guys that has, and for those that dropped a like on the stream as well. To everyone that came on tonight, it's been fun actually, to be fair. I know we've had a bit of banter, a bit of back and forth. The United fans, City fans. Have we had a Chelsea fan? I'm not being smart, I can't remember. Obviously, our Liverpool fans as well. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been a pleasure talking to you all as always. I'll be back tomorrow, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'm going to take 3 days off because there's no football for a while. So I'll talk to you all tomorrow at about the same time, at about 10 o'clock, 10 past 10. Until then, look after your families, tell your loved ones you love them, and up the motherfucking Reds.